In modern warfare, the fight often begins long before the first shot is fired. Inside the electromagnetic spectrum, signals overlap, deception is constant, and identifying a real target can be harder than destroying one. As electronic warfare grids grow denser, drones are increasingly exposed to jamming, spoofing, and interception. For three soldiers, this was an operational reality that was shaped by first-hand experience. Now, instead of trying to overpower enemy sensors, the team chose a different approach: deception. Drawing inspiration from classic aerial countermeasures, they helped design a drone that doesn't just survive in contested airspace, it manipulates it, it creates false signatures, and it misleads hostile sensors. The result: a practical solution shaped by teamwork, operational experience, and a clear understanding of the electronic battlespace.
Drones have become a part of Indian Army. Now every operations are being incorporated through drones. And our war historians have also said that a warfare can be won through deception. So we thought that how the means of electronic deception can be incorporated through the drone flyings, and how the enemy EW resources which are unseen on the ground can be lured and can be targeted towards a false target. So through that we started conceptualizing a thought process that how this deception can be incorporated in drones. So that conceptualization of the innovation started. The innovation is Vismaya, autonomous stealth and deception. Jain, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Piyush Sharma, serving Indian Army with Corps of Signals. I'm first generation. I always wanted to pursue engineering post my 12th grade, and seeing the life of the army, their fearless soldiers, the discipline in the army had also inspired me. So I joined through TS entry, which provided me an exact platform where both the aspirations converged to each other. I pursued my engineering through army and also became a soldier in Indian Army.
मेरा नाम अमूज पटियाल है और मैं इंडियन आर्मी सोल्जर। मेरे बिगेस्ट इंस्पिरेशन मेरे दादा और मेरे फादर दोनों ही इंडियन आर्मी में सर्विस कर चुके हैं, और उनको यूनिफॉर्म में देख देख के मुझे आर्मी ज्वाइन करने का जज्बा आया, और इसी मोटिवेशन की सोच ने मुझे देश सेवा की मौका दिया।
I am Naik Rajat Sena from Jammu and Kashmir, and I am serving in infantry battalion. The inspiration to join the forces came from my father itself, as he too had served in the forces. So growing up in the Fauji environment naturally instills in me a deep respect for the armed forces. So during my school and college days, I was average academically but quite active in extracurricular activities. So after 12th, I initially applied for NDA but could not clear it. Then I went for a rally and got selection, and today I am sitting in front of you, sir.
The innovation is Vismaya, autonomous stealth and deception drone. So as the name itself is very fascinating, Vismaya, it is about deceiving the enemies and their EW resources through a way of electronic deception and luring to predicting them a false target. So we wanted to convert the deception into something through which we can mislead the enemy, make them believe what we want them to see, and think the targets, false targets, as the real targets, presenting them through the Vismaya. What the Vismaya does, it creates a false electromagnetic grid by producing false frequencies over a wide range of electromagnetic radiation band, which lures the enemy EW resources, make them believe that it's a target of their interest, and lure their jammers and the EW electronic warfare conducting equipments towards targeting this false target, which allows us a greater capability in operating our own drones or the strike packages in targeting the enemy equipments. Like you have seen aircrafts, they generate shafts. They generate shafts to deceive the enemy missiles which are coming to them as a target. So same concept we started putting into the drone. Now the drones can generate multiple false frequencies. So converting that idea of shafts into the electromagnetic frequency generation. So these are the electronic shafts being generated from the drone through multiple different electronic payloads which are giving misleading signals to the enemy, which are giving misleading patterns, and make them believe that what the target is being shown to them, it's a real target. So they should engage that, and then luring their resources to target these false signatures, false targets is the initial concept of this innovation. When we see recent ops happening worldwide, we also saw the problem that operations of drone and flying them effectively in this EW contested environment. And first thing, that drones have to be in hand to hand with the infantry soldiers, because the incorporation of the drones is happening at a very fast pace in the Indian Army. So every soldier, like handling a weapon, has to handle a drone. And initially when we started doing it, we had that technical problem, like as Abuja and Rajat has told. But still, if we see today, they are much more experienced and much more technically empowered to manufacture a drone within hours, given the spare parts. So they have grown to that level, starting from a 10+ soldier to a drone manufacturer innovator. We, in our formation and Indian Army, when we came across to each other, being part of the same formation, being part of the same uniform, when we came across together, we integrated each other ideas into one single concept, and this is how the deception drone was generated. Initially when we started with a flying object. We started manufacturing a simple drone. Then we incorporated multiple telemetry units into it. Then we conceptualized the idea. So the journey is, we can say it is all about approximately 6 months. 6 months we took to starting from the concept till functional product which we innovated.
टेक्निकल चैलेंज सबसे पहले हमें ड्रोन कैसे बनता है वो हमें आता था, लेकिन जब हम इनोवेटिव माइंडसेट से सोचने लगे तो ड्रोन में टेलीमेट्रीज को इंटीग्रेट करना था। इसके लिए हमने कई सारे वीडियोस, मैनुअल्स, कई सारे सीनियर ऑफिसर्स की हेल्प ली।
When we started thinking that how this electronic deception means, because there are various types of deception procedures, there are various types of deception techniques which have been incorporated in army, which are operationalized in army. So when we started thinking that how this thing can be incorporated, so that was our biggest challenge. Now converting that concept into the actual payloads, again that was a difficult thing which we realized, because manufacturing those payloads was again a technical challenge. And then getting those payloads, configuring those payloads, developing the software, integrating it with the drone platform was again a technical challenge. So all these challenges we faced initially while conceptualizing and converting the concept into the on-ground reality. The drone itself has been manufactured by the two partners who are sitting in. So obviously the spare parts and the frames which are available in the market, but manufacturing a drone to a functional drone has been done in-house. Then coming to the programming part, the integration of the payloads, the software coding, all these things has been done in-house by the team with support of the technical partners in manufacturing of the hardware. The civil technology partners, they have helped us in developing these payloads, because developing the payloads to meet our requirement of deception was a difficult and was a challenge for us. So obviously it really reduced the timeline which we were seeing for developing this drone. And the in-house agencies which are there, like Army Design Bureau is there, they provided us a platform to showcase this innovation to the bulk manufacturing companies of civil and obviously in-house Indian Army, so that it can be scalable and can be produced at a large number. When there is someone who is there to solve an operational problem or to enhance the effectiveness of an operational procedure or the effectiveness of an equipment, he is always being supported. And in Army always supported. They give us resources, they give us time to solve this problem, to come up with a innovation or to the idea or an equipment which can help other soldiers or the other formations to do their task in a very effective manner.
Given components, I think it will hardly take 3 to 4 hours, and it again depends on the drone, that what kind of drone is it. So maximum 24 hours we require for any kind of drone if we have to manufacture. And now when it comes to the assembling and the integrating part of the drone, when we assemble it and when we program it, we make sure that every part we have integrated on the drone will not give harm to the operator.
Presently, the prototype has been designed and it was showcased in the Army Design Bureau Innoyoda competition. So the formations have started contacted, the industries have shown interest into it. So it will be obviously taken into a scalable product. But presently it is a prototype which has been developed and being used in the formation at our own level.
हमारी इनोवेशन जो है, सबसे पहले ड्रोन्स के पार्ट्स में हमने प्रोपेलर गार्ड्स, लैंडिंग गियर्स और प्रोग्रामिंग में हमने फेल सेफ मैकेनिज्म सेट किया हुआ है ताकि जो हमारे पायलट और को पायलट दोनों की सेफ्टी बरकरार रहे.
It is giving them a safety, it is luring the enemy resources and their jammers to a particular direction and then enabling a safe corridors for operation of the strategic assets. It is giving much more freedom to our commanders to think and apply their tactical parts or their strategic operations, giving them an additional force multiplier. So in that way it is providing a safety and obviously the operational capability to the commanders.
There are so many ways how drones are giving benefits to the soldiers. I'll highlight one of it. So earlier what used to happen that we as a troops used to go to the forward areas for wrecking surveillance. Now with the drones, we have the technology. Now operator who is sitting 2 to 3 kilometers back can send the drone from there and do the same thing what soldiers used to do. So this is reducing the time as well as the safety of the soldiers.
Now we are in contact with the technological partners. So what I'll like to change is that getting into touch with these outside industries at an early stage so that the timeline can be reduced. Though initially we started everything in-house, developing the payloads, electronics, everything we started in-house. But obviously seeing the limitations which we had in developing those payloads, it increased our timeline. So when I look back, getting integrated with the outside world and incorporating their technologies in our innovations, I'll obviously like to do it at the first stage. The operational needs are always the priority, and balancing the need between the innovative ideas and the operational requirements is always about the critical planning, the critical thinking and giving out the priorities to your work. Kautilya has also said that the work, when we do something new, it emerges from the work which we are already doing on ground. And all the innovations, interestingly, coming from the works which we are doing. If you will speak to any innovator, it will be towards solving an existing problem which is being handled through a way or through a equipment which may have some limitations. So to improve that or overcome that limitation, the innovation has come out. So the operational requirement and the personal needs merge together when an innovator innovates something. The first thing is perseverance. A person has to be curious. Perseverance should be the part of his daily routine, because for an innovation it is not a routine work which we have to do. Innovation comes from the operational challenges which we face on ground. The daily tasks which we do, the problems which we face in our daily routine work, the operations which we conduct, the innovations come from that. So the person who is into the fields, observing things, curious about knowing, curious about changing the things, and then have a solution is the thing which we look out for our team. My role models are all those innovators, like those who are sitting with me, they are also my role model, who is always enthusiastic to convert an idea into a working model which can solve an operational requirement, which can solve the need of the soldiers, which can solve or fasten the decision-making processes. Their selfless service to the organization is always appreciated, and I really look them as my role models.
So for me also, every innovator in uniform as my role model, as they've been working on the solutions for the battlefield challenges, and this is how they are contributing to the betterment of the organization. So this inspired me a lot.
मेरे लिए भी सर वही इनोवेटर्स हैं जो कि प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन ढूंढते हैं और हमारे सोल्जर्स की हेल्प करते हैं.
To the youngsters who are innovating or who aspire to be innovators, I would say that start with the small problems today. So when they start finding a solution to the smaller problems, the day will come when they'll find solution to the bigger problems as well. And finally, they'll be a good innovator one day.
They should remain curious. They should be open-minded. They should be finding faults, or not the faults, the limitations of our existing procedures, equipments, and should always be endeavoring to enhance the effectiveness of this. All those resources which we are using, all those equipments which we are using, how the enhancements can be done in their weapons, in their equipments, which will enhance the operational capability of the Indian Army and the soldiers who are operating there.
उनको मैं यही एडवाइस देना चाहूँगा कि इनोवेटर जो है कोई स्पेसिफिक पर्सन नहीं होता है। इनोवेशन हमेशा सोचने थिंकिंग से आती है। ग्राउंड में जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो उसे प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन में सॉल्व करें और एक सोल्जर इनोवेटर्स कहलाएगा।